Hello, everyone, and happy Super Soul Sunday gratitude sessions. I know it's been a couple of weeks since you guys have seen me. I've missed you all so much, and I'm just going to take a few moments here to invite a few special people into this week's gratitude session where we will be discussing about giving and receiving and the importance of it, because it is that time of year again where we are in that space of giving and receiving, of allowing our energy to flow into the meaning of where we are, who we are, and what we're in. So just give me another moment or two. There we go. And everyone has been invited. At least I think everyone's been invited. Oh, they changed it, so it looks different now. Okay, there we go. Hello. Now I can see all the love and hearts and everything. So, this week's inspiration for this week's topic was one, the fact that I missed you guys so much. It's been 2 weeks. And two, it is that time of year where we are in a place of giving and expressing our appreciation for what we have and expressing it in many ways. And what is more meaningful than, the physical manifestation of giving a gift or giving of yourself to someone? So during the course over this next half hour, however long I have with you, we will dive into the whole meaning of giving and why we give and why it is important to receive just as it is to give. But before we really get in, I'm going to read you the inspiration for today's topic, which is from my book. If you can see that. It's Awaken with Gratitude. And the section in this, if you guys have the book, it is page 199. And it is receiving. So we're going to do a little excerpt from this and really dive in. So, receiving is just like giving. We give from our heart. We give because we know there's more to give. Though some of us may not give from our heart, possibly due to fear and out of obligation. It is okay to let go, for there is more. When we give from our heart, nothing is expected in return. As we receive, it is not expected. It is a joyous feeling both to give and receive. When we have open and receptive to both giving and receiving, it is a two-way street. Once we give from our heart with joy, we receive the same. At one time or another, we have individually experienced both giving and receiving on a joyous emotional level. Remember those feelings of joy. Understand the more we have, the more we can give, and the more we can receive. There should be no one in this world who should be without. Yay, thank you, Jeanette. So keeping in mind with that of this holiday season, that it is always amazing to give and give from a place of love, give from a place of joy, knowing that there's always more to give. And when you are someone who is a giver and has trouble with receiving, you always have to look at it like, okay, why am I receiving this? You always feel like there's some sort of judgment or lower vibrating energy around it when we are in the place of receiving, when you're especially known to give of yourself and give and give and give and give and give until you can't give anymore. Then someone gives you something, it's like, okay, why are they giving this to me? You question their motives. But it shouldn't be a question as to why someone is giving you something, because you deserve it, right? You deserve to have the best. You deserve to be in a place of feeling love. You deserve to be in a place of having that joy and appreciation for who you are and what it is that you do. So, going a little bit off my script, but that's okay. But when we are in that place of joy and just giving and just allowing ourselves to be in a place to receive the wondrous gift of giving and receiving, we allow ourselves to be more in the flow and receptive of the manifestations of love and joy. So, how many of you feel that there is, certain judgment around giving and receiving? Because sometimes we are in a place of, do we give to receive or do we receive to give? And how many of you all felt that there's been someone in your life, or even you, that just give to receive and receive to give? Because if we give of ourselves or give of an object, or if we give of the energy that is tied to that object, we put an expectation on it. We give of ourselves only to expect something in return. And that is, you can look at it one of two ways. That's either the way of self-care, or or as Rocky put it, charity. I mean, it doesn't matter in which you choose to give to receive or receive to give. It's all in the energy and how you do it. Because when we have the energy in allowing ourselves to be the receiver of the great abundance, then that's our choice, that's our decision to be receptive to the manifestations that we've put out there. That's our job, to be the receptor of the energy that we put forth. And when we put forth the energy, of course, we have to be open to receiving all the love and all the joy that we manifest for ourselves, no matter how it comes. And yes, I believe giving and receiving are exactly, Chuck, that's amazing. Yes, I believe giving and receiving are one and the same, and they are. And that's what most people tend to not understand, is that when we give from our space, we give from our heart, we give from our love. But when we receive with love, we receive with joy, we receive because we are open to the manifestations, we are open to the love, we are open to the joy that we have called into our experience. So when we are in that space of trying to balance out, do I give, do I receive, which one is it? It's all in the same. We all just have to balance out the energy, and that's essentially what it is. Balancing the energy of giving and receiving. You can give all you want till you can't give anymore, and then you have to allow yourself to be open to receive the love and the joy that you call forth into this existence to experience in the here and now. So yes, Rocky, I have been in protective mode where I found it hard to receive because I felt there was an implication that I needed something from another. Exactly, there was always some sort of motive, and I can definitely been in that same boat where anytime when someone has tried to give me something unexpectedly, most of all, is when you feel that there's a motive behind it. You feel that there's judgment wrapped around it, because it's like, why is this person giving this to me? Why am I receiving this gift? Why am I receiving this from this individual? And once we, let our guard down and allow the motive and the judgment and that belief to fall away, we can just see the purity of the love. We can see the purity of the gift that has been received. So how many of you guys ever felt like you've been in a position, other than Rocky, in that same position where you felt like you was in a place of not allowing yourself to receive? Because especially now during the holiday season, we find it so obligating at times to give. We find our obligation to give to homeless people on the street. We find obligation to give to the kids and the nephews and the nieces and people who we feel connected to. We find ourselves in a place of being obligated just to, give whenever we can, because, that's the season we're in. And how many of you guys ever felt like just walking past a homeless guy, a homeless person on the street saying, you got $1? And it's like, now being in this season, you feel somewhat obligated to give that person $1 because you do it because you feel good, or do you feel it? Do you do it because you feel obligated to? So, do you give out of obligation, or do you give out of love? Which one is it? I want to hear from you guys. Do you give out of obligation, or do you give out of love? Because if you give out of obligation, then it's not in the right alignment of where you are exactly. I only do it when I feel good. And that's a great take on it. You only do things, you only give when you feel good. And when you feel good, you feel like you guys are in alignment with giving. And when you're in alignment with giving, you are also in alignment with receiving. Because when that energy flows to you, it's the universe saying to you, okay, here's more of the same. Here's more of what it is that you've asked for. Here's more of the experience you've came to witness. And when we're in that flow of receiving and giving, especially when we are in alignment, then everything just feels good, and we could just give all the time or receive all the gifts all the time. So yeah, that's the place in how things tend to flow and how we look at our life from very many perspectives, especially if we are in a place of giving from obligation, or if we give in a place of pure joy and happiness. It's where we fall into alignment with what it is that we're feeling, what it is that we're doing in our life. So you guys really have to take a closer look at how you are allowing yourselves to give. If it's through fear and obligation, then pause. Pause for a moment to see if this is truly the place where you want to give from. Because if you give from a place from obligation, then it's like, okay, I have to hold the fort, pause, this isn't right, this isn't what I want, this is what I'm feeling. So then you pass one person by, then you feel good about somebody else. So it's all in the matter of how you feel. And prime example I'm going to share with you guys. When I used to, give all the time, especially to homeless people, because I just thought it felt good and it felt right, something that I had to do. And it got to a point to where I wanted to just give of myself, and then I stopped for a moment. Then I have to ask myself, why am I giving? Why am I giving, my money? Why am I giving my time, to these people who I don't even know? And it's because, one, it felt good, and then two, along the way, I then start to question, okay, I'm giving my time, I'm giving my energy to these people, but yet now I look at it as, why? What is this person going to do with what I give them? What are they going to do with how I, spend my money and give to them, and how they're going to simply react to that? And I have to take a deeper close at myself, and I had to think about it. I think it was me who was putting that judgment, that energy on that, because it was how I expect myself to spend my own money. It was me how I expected to care for this or care for that. It was my expectation, my energy that I put on giving and receiving most of all. And when we put that energy on, when we put our own energy into an expectation, then it is us. It is not the other individual. It is not how they wish to spend and with anything or their time or their energy. It is how we view it, and our judgment kind of clouds whether if we're going to give or receive something in our life. So we just have to take a step back and look at the expectation that we have set upon ourselves. So yes, Robin, bless the money whenever I send it out, whether if I'm paying a bill or giving it a gift. That's an amazing practice. I love that. And I guess, Robin, do you say anything in particular when you bless the money that you give out? Because, that would be interesting information for us all to start practicing, because, we have to have appreciation for what comes in, because once we have appreciation for something that comes in, or should I say it's the other way around. Once we have appreciation for something that's going out, we can have appreciation for what's coming in, and more of the like will show up. So yeah, hi Alina, welcome. And Tony, I do it out of love. Be careful when you do it, because some people take advantage. Yeah, you really have to, and that's interesting, because when we seem to feel that people are taking advantage of our gift, of our kindness, we also have to take a look at ourselves and what energy and the expectation that we put on that, because once we put that energy on something else, it carries into other things. Whether if it's judgment or the like, and I'm being motivated or inspired to share with you that giving is not just monetary, and giving is just not the energy. It's the space in which we all share. It can be linked to the time and the energy that we give to other people, whether it's your work environment or your home environment. Giving is so much more than just the exchange of energy. It's the love, if you will. It's the combination of the space in which we create to exchange the energy of who we are and the experience we wish to have. And that kind of is where the space of giving comes from. It comes from the space in which we all choose to experience this exchange of the energy. And giving and receiving in so many ways the same. They are equal, and they balance each other out. They are in this space, unlike it's like a seesaw, if you will. So you have giving and receiving on each side, and you have to have equal energies coming in and going out, because if you have more of one than the other, then of course you're going to be out of balance. And when you start to find yourself coming into balance, of course there's going to be judgment, there's going to be harshness, there's going to be judgment, all of the lower vibrating energies coming in to say, okay, well, I don't deserve this, this isn't for me, this isn't what I asked for. But in fact, you have to take a step back and say, this is what I've asked for, to find balance in this space, in this energy, to create the flow of my experience, the flow of my creations, the flow of all that I've witnessed and experienced here now to this point in my life. So yes, a small prayer. I bless this money I give, and do with it with love, and it will yes, that's a good one. Rocky, Abraham Hicks says it best: when we aim to show up another's weakness with our strength, we help them and ourselves not. Yes, that's amazing. Actually, I remember that. I forget which CD I've heard that on, but I do remember hearing that one. That was really amazing. And just keeping on track with my notes. So just, did I go over that? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But the essence of why do we give? Why do we truly give? And it is for us to feel good. It is for us to know that we have the ability to share what we have to offer to someone else. And knowing that we are able to share with something else, with another individual, something that we have, it makes us feel good. It makes us feel good to know that there's enough in this world, enough of what we have to share with someone else. Whether it is an article of clothing, food, shelter, money, anything that allows us to share our experience with someone else. And that is the essence of giving, is to share the experience with someone else, to have someone else come into our experience and to know what it's like to be who we are, and to give them a piece of that, and to also know that they're having a piece of our existence with them, a piece of who we are. And duh, just came to me. giving is the birth of who we are. Giving is essentially the basis of our being. Giving is the base of our coexistence. Not, and when I say coexistence, I mean with us and with Source. And giving is, Source, energy, God, whatever you want to call it, gave us part of Himself to experience life here, now, in the present moment, and experience life with Him, and experience life with her, and experience life with it in its multifacets, in its many ways. And this is the ultimate gift, is to be given a piece of Source energy and to experience self unto self and be a witness to self with self. And that is us cohabitating, having our own individual experiences and the love and the joy that is already in existence, and to magnify that with the love and the joy that we share with each other. So yeah, that's the essence of truly why we give and what we give. And I think I just threw my notes out the window. Because, it's interesting how all of this tends to unfold on my gratitude sessions, on these live sessions. Hello, Danessa. Is this your first time here with me on Facebook Live? Welcome. I have been protective of self. I love to give. It helps me to realize that I am allowing myself to get out of myself and focus on making someone else's. Yes, exactly. And that kind of sums up what I just said, because it's amazing how, the essence of who we are is to give and receive. Because once Source, Spirit, has given a piece of itself to us to experience self unto self, that is one of the most generous acts that you can possibly witness, that you can possibly understand, because we give, a piece of ourselves to someone every day. Whether if it's the physical manifestation or if it's just the energy that we landed to someone, knowing that we're going to get it back, knowing that somehow we are all connected in this infinite stream of beingness that we are, we tend to just allow it to flow and to be and to have an experience, because it makes us feel good. And that's the essence of giving, is to feel good. Because when we give from a place of obligation, when we give from a place of judgment, it doesn't make our spirit feel well at all. It lowers our vibration and makes us suspicious of why, should I give, or do I have to give, or is this the reason why giving is around? And you have, big corporations and charities giving all the time out of obligation, because they feel it's their duty as this entity, as this corporate entity, I should say, to show, humanitarian global goodness, if you will. It's like, okay, well, I'm this big corporation, I have, billions of dollars, and I'm just going to give part of what it is, what we have to other people. Yes, it's an amazing thing to do, but some people also question the motives. Why do they give? Is it for tax write-off? Whatever the reason, but, not everybody's the same, so I'm going to leave it at that. Yes, Jaylene, that's amazing. To trust that love is real. Yes, and when our point of attraction is to protect, we lower our vibration and attract people that are of lower vibration, and that is so true. And actually, that's one thing that is on my list of notes, is, how we attract and how we tend to give and receive by that level of attraction, by that level of just allowing or not allowing. And that's what it comes down to. We are either allowing ourselves to be givers, we're allowing ourselves to be receivers, or we're not. It's just not allowing ourselves to be open to receive that gift, to receive that love, to receive that joy that we have so set expectations for. Because we also set expectations. We set expectations for ourselves to give and to receive and to be in a place of happiness, to be in a place of joy, and to feel safe knowing that whatever it is that we are experiencing in the here and in the now is going to come to manifest, right? That's all we want. We all just want to feel good and to share our experience with someone else. It excites us. It gets us going. It gets us motivated. It keeps us happy to share this experience with other people. And then we attract like minds. We attract other people in the industry that we are in. We attract other people with the same mindset that excites us. Because it's on a higher vibration. It's a vibration of love. It's a vibration of joy. And this is how other people come into our experience to share our experience with them and them share their experience with us. So that's how the circle goes. Everything just flows and everything is balanced because we're in this place of acceptance. We're in this place of love, joy, and happiness because of the experience that we wish to share with other people, the experience that we are magnifying each and every single day. Yes, Jaylene. Yes, I know. It's amazing, isn't it? So just making sure I'm addressing everything here that I've thought of earlier. But if there's anything that's on your mind that you want clarity or question about, definitely write it down now or later. Type it in there. I will do my best to answer your question now or later whenever you type it up, because this is interaction. We are here to learn and grow with each other because this is what excites me. This is why I give of the knowledge and wisdom that I have experienced and that I'm connected to, because it excites me to share this and give this to you. Because, we all give in ways that we know best. And some of us, are still learning the best way to give of ourselves. Some of us are still learning how to receive the best from other people. Because you only give what you have the most of. And you can't give of nothing you don't have. And we only give because we know that there's always more to give. It's just that simple. We come to a place within ourselves to know that there's always more to give. So, this is why we give. This is why we take our friends out to eat. This is why we experience so many different life facets. This is why we teach. This is why we experience life. This is why we explore other avenues in life, because they all excite us. We only do what excites us, and giving is what excites us the most, no matter how other people may feel about it, how other people may not feel about it. It's only how you feel about it. And if it excites you, then do it. Give it, receive it, be joy in it. Love it for as it shows up in your vibration, because it is you who's creating this. It is you who is attracting this. This is you who is creating this experience. It's all you, whether if you give or receive it or not. I'm doing my best to be here, to be present for you, to help you understand the magnificence in which we all experience, to understand the magnificence in which we all enjoy together, the one and the same, individually. Yes, Carrie, I am so grateful for your love and for Rocky's love. By sharing your experiences with me, you have helped me give myself a better life experience. Aww. Carrie, you are amazing. I am happy to know you as well. And when we are in LA, I will sign a copy of the book. So yes, I'm so excited about that. Just want to make sure that I have everything covered before I move on into anything else. So, is there any questions so far, people? Because I want to make sure that we are all caught up, that we are all on the same page, that we are all allowing ourselves to be in a place of giving and receiving, and just allowing your experience to teach you, your experience to show you the way that you have allowed this life to be, and only you can change it. You're the one who can change your life experience now. You're the one who's in charge, essentially. So just want to make sure that I have. Yes, exactly. So I'm almost at the end here, people. That's amazing. I don't think I've ever. Well, maybe I have gone through my list so quick. Maybe it feels different for me because I'm the one who's speaking. Yes, thank you, Carrie. Thank you so much. So, how does giving and receiving show up in your life? How does it physically manifest itself? And I think I talked about that a little bit earlier, but I'm going to go a little bit deeper here. And when we allow ourselves to give, when we allow ourselves to be in a place of allowing to receive the gift of Spirit shining in us, the gift of us sharing that light with other people, no matter how it shows up. It is, whether if it's a physical manifestation of someone, giving you something that was on your wish list for your birthday or for Christmas or whatever it may be, the occasion may be, or if it's just you just allowing Spirit to show you the way to how to be more receptive, and just allowing your soul to speak to you, and just allowing your gifts to truly shine, because you are the magnificent being that you already are. You just have to come to the acceptance of it, of who you are and what it is that you are claiming yourself to be. If you are an amazing soul, then be it. If you are one who is allowing your life experience to be more than what other people perceive it to be, then so do it. If you are happy just sitting at home doing nothing, do that. If you're happy taking a 5-minute walk, do that. If you're happy doing whatever it is that makes you happy, give yourself that. You owe yourself that gift and receive it, because it comes from a place of love. And know that any gift that you receive openly, that you allow yourself to receive, it is yours. It has already been yours. You just have to allow yourself to be open to receive it. So yes, Robin. My late father used to get mad at me. Always gave to people on the street, and I told him my karma ends with the giving. What they do is theirs. Yeah, so exactly. An affordable way. And I spoke about that a little bit earlier too. It's, it got to a place where I will always judge people, for giving them money. It's like, okay, I hope, and just growing up, you will always hear, at least for me, I hope they do good by the money I give them. I hope they do right by the money I give them. But the thing is, once you give something to someone, whether if it's physical manifestation or the energy, it is their choice. It is their decision to do with it whatever it is they want to. If they want to go, take the money and buy cigarettes, or if they want to take the money and go buy alcohol or drugs, what are you? I mean, you did what felt good, and now it's their choice to do what makes them feel good. And if drinking alcohol makes them feel good, hey, who are you to judge? You did your part. You showed up because they asked for a way. They asked for a way for their happiness. They asked for a way for their joy, and you did your part. You showed up and answered that call. You answered this manifestation that showed up. It's like, okay, they asked for it. There it is. It showed up just for them. So there's no way for you to sit in a place of judgment, because, heck, if the shoe was on the other foot, if someone wanted to give you money for, I don't know, going on a trip, or, going to go buy some clothes, it's like, they're going to go buy clothes with that money? They're going to go buy this with that money? It's like, how would you feel if someone judged you for doing something practical, or instead of just blowing it on something fun and exciting? There's no rhyme or reason why we have to judge, or why we have to feel the way we feel when we give someone something, or it's a matter of how they receive it. It all comes down to, we give something to somebody with one hand, they receive it with the other. And it's all a matter of how they receive it. And it's all a matter of how you give it. If you feel good giving it away, if you feel good by taking the steps, and if it all is in alignment with how you feel, then by all means give it away. And if someone is receiving it the same way, then it's all in alignment. There is no judgment, no precursor, no nothing in terms of how anyone is to receive it, but to feel good. Because if you feel good, they feel good. Period. That's all that matters. So yes, if you give and feel good emotionally, it's good. If you give out of lack or feeling negative emotionally, you aren't helping. Exactly. I mean, you just always have to feel good. And here's an example that I'm moved to share with you guys. I was on my way to work like I usually do, one day. And I had maybe about 20 minutes, to spare. And I see this lady on the street. And she said, "I'm so hungry, can you buy me lunch?" And I looked at her and I said, "Sure. Let's go upstairs to the food court right now and buy lunch for you right now, whatever it is that you want." So I had $20 in my pocket, bought her lunch, and I said, "Here, keep the change." And it felt good because I knew that she was really asking for what she wanted, and she was not ashamed about it. She was happy that, someone stopped and paid attention to her and gave her what she asked for. And I was happy to be the recipient of such love from her because she knew her truth. She stepped in her truth. She was like, okay, I need to eat. How am I going to eat today? The only thing I know how to do is ask. Ask somebody to help me because I need to eat. And I just happened to show up and was the person to give her the food that she needed to eat. and it's just all in the matter of how you feel. And it's all a matter of where you are in the process of allowing or not allowing the gift of giving and the gift of receiving, and how it shows up for you. Because let it be known, there's no judgment. And the only judgment that you have is you. And that's your expectation that you put on it. And now you have to release that judgment. You have to release that fear. You have to release that obligation of what you put on it, because it's all you. Even I had to work through it. I haven't, allowed or not allowed this process for a while, and I knew that this was on me, and just like it was on me, it's on everyone else. It's all no matter how you feel. Yes, and Carrie, you are amazing, and the thing is, you don't have to teach them. Just be the example for them. Just, be the example, because people learn better by watching people do, as opposed to someone telling them. I was never one to really retain stuff in the classroom unless it was actually physically shown or I saw it physically somewhere. I learned better that way. Not saying that everyone is, but that's how I learned it. And most people are more impressionable by examples, of what they see in their life. And this is what I guess I'm doing right now, is being an example for everyone else. Because it's what I know. And you only can do what you know. You can only do what makes you feel good. Yes, so yes, Carrie, you are amazing. I second what Rocky typed. So yeah, you are an amazing person. You are an amazing soul, and this is who you are. And this is who everyone is. We just have to allow our magnificence to shine. We just have to allow who we are to really shine and allow others to see it and not be ashamed of it, and not to be in a place of fear of judgment of it. It simply is. It simply is who we are. So, yeah. So, are there any questions, ladies and gentlemen, before I sign off and move into the closing portion of today's gratitude session with all this amazing gratitude goodness? And if there are any questions that are posted after I close, I will definitely answer them all, because you all are amazing. You all deserve to be receivers of the answers to the questions that you guys asked. So yes, Danessa, it is such a blessing for me to be in your presence daily, and I feel this beautiful. See, Danessa, thank you. Don't make me cry. This is not the first time I cried on Facebook Live. Thank you guys so much. So, if there aren't any questions, just going to let you guys know some upcoming stuff next year. Actually, next few weeks, I'm going to be recording some interviews. I think 3 or 4 interviews over the next 2 weeks about my book. And I'll let you guys know if you guys are signed up to receive the newsletter or follow me regularly. You guys will see postings about the interviews I will be doing. I think I'll record them over the next few weeks, but I think they won't go up until after New Year. So you guys be on the lookout for those. I am also planning my next seminar here in NYC at the Edgar Cayce Center, January 21st. For our Awaken with Gratitude seminar. So you guys can check out my website. Thank you, Rocky, for putting it up, HillisPugh.com. Go there for that. I'm also planning to come to Chicago to do a seminar there. And I'm in the works of doing a collaboration for San Diego and for DC. So you guys can definitely be on the lookout for me coming to San Diego and to DC doing some seminars about the book. And, here it is, Awaken with Gratitude. And it will, if you guys don't have it, you guys can get it today, or you guys can wait, because I am doing a special 1-week promotion starting December 4th until December 9th, where the book will be 99 cents. So if you guys go on Amazon now or later, your preference, you guys can get the deal. I think it's next week. I think so, something I can't remember. But yeah, December 4th to December 9th for that. And I appreciate you guys infinitely. Thank you so much for your time and spending it with me this Sunday. And until next week. Perfect Christmas gift for those people who cannot hear your words. Yes, though, and actually, you know what? They can hear the words. The book also is also available in audio version as well. So yeah, so for those people who are always on the go, yeah, get the audio version. Oh, yeah, thank you, Robin. So, yeah, just if you want to, purchase them now or later, it's totally up to you. But, guys, if there's any more information, any questions, definitely you can message me on Facebook or type your questions down below. I will answer them all, and I will do my absolute best to do so in a timely manner. And you can always, 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 always go to my website, HillisPugh.com, for any information and news, and definitely blog updates, where I, do my blogs about gratitude and appreciation and happiness and joy and all those wondrous things. So yeah, I have read the book. I have the book with me in my car and read it one entry anytime I have. Yes, because I know you're super busy with all your weddings and things, Carrie. But yes, keep it in your car. Bring it with you to LA IMAX. I will be there and I will sign it for you. So yes, let's do that. So until next week, team, people, love, happiness, joy to you all.